Reyes sa radyo. Makinig, mag-aral, at matuto. Dito sa Eskwela sa Radyo. Hi, good morning class. I am Teacher Art, your Agri teacher for today. I have here a sound of an animal. Can you identify what kind of animal is this? Very good. The answer is goat. Today, I'll be discussing the topic, Select Site for Goat Project. This lesson focuses on the selection of site for goat project. It also directs you to the different factors that should be considered during site selection. And at the end of the lesson, you should be able to: number 1, identify factors to consider in selecting site for goat project. Number 2, select ideal site for the project. And number 3, appreciate the value of site selection. Let us now talk about the select site for goat project. What is site? Do you have any idea? Very good. Site is a piece of land. When we say site, it is an area where a project will be situated. This is one of the vital aspects that a racer should consider to ensure success in venturing small ruminants enterprise. In selecting site for goat project, there are factors to consider. Number 1, topography. Topography is the study of forms and features of land surfaces. Topography describes the physical features of an area of land. These features typically include natural formations such as mountains, rivers, lakes, and valleys. In selecting site, topography is considered as the contour or elevation of the area where the project will be situated. The area must be gently or slightly slopy, has good drainage and ventilation, but should be safe from typhoons or strong winds. Now, can you guess the second factor? I will give you a clue. Very good. The answer is water or water supply. Water supply. The project should be located where there is a good supply of potable water. Otherwise, water pumps should be properly installed within the area. The animals need continuous supply of drinking water beside the ample supply needed for cleaning the quarters and washing of the animals and equipment. Water flushes out toxins and helps to keep their systems running smoothly. If you are milking your goats, water will keep that milk supply strong. How about the third one? Can you guess it? You got it right. A car or a truck, or in other words, transportation. The project should be accessible to any vehicle. Good road is considered in this factor. A livestock transport trailer or truck is the preferred method. Transport animals in trailers or trucks with adequate ventilation. The front of all transport vehicles must provide protection from the wind. Can you transport goats in a car? If you are intending to transport them in a van or rear of a car, you will need to ensure to have enough space and ventilation flowing through to ensure the goats don't suffer from heat stress, particularly on a warm sunny day. The fourth one is the peace and order. Peace and order is a manifestation of harmony characterized by the lack of violence, conflict behaviors, and the freedom from fear of violence among animals. If possible, the project should be located in a community where peace and order is not a problem to avoid the stress of the herd. The fifth one is the types of soil. Generally, the soil should be light and sandy. Goats are not adapted to moistened soil. Goats are very sensitive, especially when the water stops flowing in the area. Goats that have access to stagnant water are at risk of being infested by these parasites. The eggs and larvae of stomach worms are commonly found on wet vegetation like dewy grass. Larvae can move up the grass where they are eaten by the goats. The next one is the distance from populous area. Why do we need to consider the distance of the project from populous area? Very good answer. To avoid unpleasant smell. Is the smell of manure dangerous? Very good. Well, most would agree that the smell of manure is not pleasant. But describing the scent as dangerous is another thing entirely. Still, the description is accurate. In concentrated enough doses, the grasses that cause the smell are toxic and can cause health problems in people and in animals. So remember, the animal house should be far enough from the neighborhood due to the foul odor that the flock emits. And the last one is the distance from farm to market. It is always advantageous to locate the project not only where there is forage grown, but also must be near the market center for the following reasons. Number 1, less cost of labor for forage crops and easy management of forage pasture. Number 2, easy application feeder stock waste and manure to the forage pasture. Number 3, facility of learning changes or fluctuations in the market price. And number 4, less injury, reduction, or death on the way to the market. So that ends our discussion. Now, I will ask you questions about our lesson. Okay, how many factors that we need to consider in selecting site for our goat project based on our discussion? That's right. We have 7 factors that we need to consider. Can you please help me enumerate them? So what are those 7 factors to consider in site selection? Topography, water supply, transportation, peace and order, types of soil, distance from populous area, and the distance from farm to market. Excellent! You can now identify the factors to consider in selecting site for goat project and select ideal site and appreciate the value of site selection for the goat project. Let us clap our hands together cause it's so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new in our lesson, selecting site for goat project. Once again, I am Teacher Art, your Agri teacher, saying, have a goat day!
Your systems are offline.
Reyes sa radyo. makinig, mag-aral, at matuto. Dito sa Eskwela sa Radyo.